Hey friend, welcome to Soulvine. This is Jamie. We are checking in for your energies. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising will be the most dominant. So let's see what is going on for your energy. We do have an eclipse coming up towards the end of the week or early Monday, subject to where you are. Let's just check in, see what's going on, how the energy is currently building up. And if you do wish to have a private reading, the special opportunity to get in is available, I think for the next 24 hours max. It might even be shorter than that. I think it closes at midnight. So, yeah, check it out. It is the first link below. For those of you who have booked and who have obviously I've already done readings for, thank you. It's a pleasure as always, and your feedback's been great. And the others will be delivered in the next couple of days. All right, thank you. Spirit, what do we have for our Pisces current energy? Current energy. All right, we've got death energy. So something is evolving, changing, transforming, crossing the moon. What's happening underneath, influencing this energy? And then I'll dive in. We've got the Emperor energy. The past, we've got the Star. That's impacting the present. What's going on in the headspace? Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is good. Near future. We've got the Devil energy. Your power, 10 of Wands. Environment. Something. Yeah, Ace of Cups. So there's something here really interesting that just as it landed on top of the Emperor energy. So we've got Ace of Cups, your current environment. Hopes and fears. You've got this King of Wands energy and potential outcome here. Two of Wands. Page of Wands, Page of Swords, and King of Pentacles. Okay, interesting energy. I feel straight up that I feel like there could be, for those of you, so this is going to be quite specific, straight up, if you are a parent, or you may be in a situation or dynamic where there is a masculine around, the energy could be looking a little bit more around the stability of something. There's a little bit of worry or sadness coming in from one of like a parent or something of that nature. So that's just a side note for somebody. But as I said, we'll get into this and unpack it. Overall energy, as I said, in terms of the current situation, you've got death energy. So something's transforming, something's changing. I feel there's either been a cycle that's kind of closed out, something that is opening up. This feels positive, guys, okay? So whatever is changing in your life or changing in your world, you know, there could be some part too that you're feeling some change happening, or you're feeling like, I'm just getting a sense of transformation, like something's breaking down in a positive sense to open up and awaken some other area of your life. And again, it feels positive. So let's just flow with this, see where this takes us, because you do have the moon challenging this. So it could be something that you can't see yet, but maybe you've got a sense for the change happening, or your intuition is kind of kicking in. Don't allow your thoughts to get too carried away though in where this potentially can go, or what changes may be happening. There could be something that you are concerned about in terms of what you're feeling. And you may have some more questions. But again, I feel like there could be a little bit of a build-up on a mental front, or in terms of what you're feeling and what you're experiencing. And it could be, like I said, because this energy is building with the eclipse coming on in. Yeah, it's just like, be careful what you're paying attention to right now, okay? Because that is challenging or overshadowing potential change that's occurring here or wants to occur or is opening up. In terms of the influence here, you do have the Emperor energy. So there is something or someone around here where there's insight, depth, strength, authority, understanding. Whoever this Emperor energy represents, I feel like they are someone of great influence. This could be you, or as I said, someone that you're dealing with, but there's something or someone here of great influence and energy that they hold. They know how to captivate a space. They know how to command their presence. They also are very articulate and driven and experienced. So this could be a potential boss. This could be a partner or someone in your life that seems to always or come across like they've always got it together. Perhaps in some way too, you do look up to them. But again, they command some energy when I feel, even when they're around you, there's something that must shift with your energy as well. I feel like this is quite an influential energy upon you and upon this change as well. Whatever this change is in reference to for you right now, or the things that are opening up, or that sensation and knowingness that you're experiencing, the star energy is letting us know this is something you've actually been hoping for, perhaps something that you've been praying for, something that you've been holding space for, in terms of whatever this transformation is for you, Pisces. And ultimately, at the end of the day, the more that you do think about it, the more that this opens up. Again, I think it's important to be focused on the supportive energy. There's just things in life that we're never going to know. We do our best here in these sessions and in these readings to give some insight, to give some guidance, but we do have free will. Sometimes these messages are not for you. Sometimes there's some very strong signs and clarity that can also come or give you confidence, you're heading in the right direction. So only take what resonates for you, okay? Because I feel like in this energy here, as I was reading in to the energy, it seemed like there's a little bit of uncertainty that you're feeling right now with whatever's happening, because when we know that there's great change that we've been calling for, naturally it can impact other areas of our life, and you may not know what that is. Maybe that's something that's on your mind. You can't see it yet, but you sense that with this change, what else is this going to impact? While there's a lot of positive things, there may be some worry for you in terms of other areas of your life. Like for some of you, maybe you're looking for new work or a new career path or a different type of relationship. And with that, it impacts something else. So if it's a job, maybe you're worried about how it's going to impact your family because it's something that you really want. Maybe it makes you feel happy and connected in terms of doing something that's important to you, that you value, but then maybe you're going to be working longer hours, or maybe, with the money that it provides, again, there's just a different energy or impact. Maybe there's a location change. All these things can, I'd like to say, positively impact, but I feel you're worried about something else in this mix. And as we look at the near future, we do have the devil energy. So maybe in some regard, there's something that maybe you feel, I'm seeing like someone signing a contract, and with this acceptance, with this excitement, there's also this sometimes sense of feeling, I want to do this, I really want this, but there also feels this little stuck energy around it. So maybe, you are making a significant change in your life. Maybe some of you are taking on a larger mortgage or more expenses, but at the same time, it's the house that you've wanted, or something that you've been working towards, but it changes the dynamic maybe on the financial front, right? If this is a new job, maybe again, there's the excitement of it, but it's like, okay, I'm really committed now. And sometimes we can feel a little bit engulfed or a little bit overwhelmed, but your power in this situation is this is going to give you a new sense of freedom. At the same time, the stresses that you did carry, I feel they're being released. Naturally though, as I said, even when we're taking on new things, new exciting adventures, there's pressure that may come from other aspects, but I feel whatever this is, it's a positive move. You're making great growth, great gains in wherever you're going, whatever you're doing. I think just naturally there's this openness and challenge of what does really come with this new thing that you're going after, or this new thing that potentially you're creating or attempting to do here. The environment is Ace of Cups. So there is a new beginning here. It feels exciting. It feels supportive. It feels open. And it also feels necessary. You know, this hope, this desire, this dream that you've been wanting, there's been a necessity to it as well. You know, there's been a desire to it. There's been some hope to it. There's something deeper that you're feeling connected to about this overall change. I feel it's warm and it's fun and it's connected. So that's a great thing for you, Pisces. Something that I think I feel like this has been a significant cycle for a lot of you. I'm hearing 7 years for some of you. You know, maybe you felt like life has been really challenging over the 7 years. Doesn't mean it's been challenging the whole time, but in a sense of maybe you've had great moments, great losses, great accomplishments and incredible growth, but there's also been a heaviness to it, right? And as you're looking at the hopes and fears, you've got the King of Wands. So if this King of Wands, it's interesting because this could be very relative Aries energy. While it is a fire sign, the King of Wands, Leo, Sag, Aries, there is again this element of desire or hope or recognition here that you can curate what you need or what your vision and output is in terms of this situation. Like I said, if some of you, if this is related to a home, a change in home, location, that again, everything that you're doing powers up to the things that you want to create. If this is related to a new job, a new role, a new client, whatever that might be, again, that you can pull this off. You know, I think there's that sometimes that little bit question within ourselves is like, hey, great, I've reached this milestone, I've achieved this goal, this thing that I've been wanting, there's this change upon us, but what now? How do I have to keep showing up in that energy? Can I keep showing up? Can I do what I need to do? You know, will this all slot in and fall together? And there is this determination that you have, which I love. And, you know, keep focusing on, it's saying keep focusing on the potential, but it's not that. I feel like it's keep focusing on what is possible versus what may not work or what may be harder. What can you bring when you're focused? What can you bring when you do the work? What can you bring when you're in your power, you know, and stay focused on those possibilities. In terms of, you know, potential outcome here, you do have the Two of Wands. So there seems to be, again, a new connection, a new path, a new journey here that it's like you've got to revisit or visit something here to really get organized, to potentially execute or to create this change in your life, in your world. So this is like the first step to the next lots of other steps, but this is, again, I feel a fortuitous one, something that's really supportive, something that you've been really wanting here. Underneath it, I still feel for someone or for some of you, there is a partnership or a previous partnership or a connection where the change that may be coming, there could be an impact to the family or to potential children or something of that nature. This could be news that you're hearing about. This could be, again, the rolling impact of something that's occurring, this change that you're anticipating or you're a part of. For some of you, I feel like there is some aspect of children involved, but I feel like it's going to, again, present something positive for you, but you may have to deal with another party or what this change impacts and how you can best support that. But again, it feels very positive, Pisces, you know, supportive, working in your favor. I feel like the things that you've been desiring are starting to fall into place. So it's a very positive notion. And I think, again, it's important to recognize and trust your intuition in the process, but not allow it to take over and cloud and get into any senses of worry versus potential possibility and growth here. The things that you've been wanting are coming, and I think the way you navigate it is going to be an important part of feeling and trusting what you can handle, what your potential is when you're a part of this expansion as well. So I'm going to leave it there, dear friend. I hope, as always, you are doing well. I look forward to do a reading for you for those that have booked in, that are waiting. And yeah, if you want to grab a private session, they are open for the next 24 hours and they will be closed for the rest of the year. I've got a week of fun and adventure where I can do your readings. And yeah, I'm tied up on some exciting things happening for the rest of the year for me. So I won't be able to do any private sessions. Anyway, friends, I'll catch you later. Bye.